Hello everyone, it is actually Thursday this time, my dudes, and we're here to discuss this week's episode of Agatha All Along, episode 6. Obviously we're going to get into spoiler territory. If you want the non-spoiler thought, I really like this episode. I feel like I've said that every week. I thought this episode, it does sort of follow the Marvel formula of, at some point we get a lot of exposition. I imagine the full exposition dump is coming at some point. Ew. That one had bite to it. That was Kevin Feige coming to bite me. But we do get a few answers in this one, particularly centered around what happened last week, at the end of last week. So, I enjoyed the episode. I am looking forward to next week. We're down to the last 3. We've got 2 weeks. We've only got 2 more weeks. Next week, episode 7. Yeah, only 2 more weeks. Because 8 and 9 are dropping on October 30th, right before Halloween. So we've only got 2 more weeks of this. And we will get to see what happens. I'm in it for the long haul, unless next week is total garbage. But so far it's been really good. So anyway, that's the spoiler-free out of the way. Go away now if you don't want what's spoiled. Because this week was all about William Kaplan, the character formerly known as Teen, who last week was revealed to be the Marvel character Wiccan. And like I said in last week's episode, for those that don't know, Wiccan is basically the reincarnation of Wanda and Vision's son, Billy Maximoff. His brother was also reincarnated into the character of Speed, but maybe we'll get to him later this season, or this series? Who knows? So one of the things that immediately came to mind was, is he a multiversal variant? Is some magic bullshit involved? And the answer is magic bullshit. Which actually, it was some kind of confusing magic bullshit at first. So, the episode... Excuse me, I am really gassy this morning. The episode started with William Kaplan's bar mitzvah. And it's happening right as the ending events of WandaVision is occurring. As they are told to leave the building because something is going on with the anomaly in Westview, we see the hex start to fade away. Wanda's had her battle with Agatha. She's saying goodbye to Vision and the kids, and William Kaplan and his parents are involved in a car crash, which kills William. And while his parents are away, not entirely knowing that their son is dead in the back seat, we hear the twins say goodnight to each other. Billy resurrects and screams Tommy's name. And this is what confused me, because I'm like, oh, okay, well, if Billy Maximoff's soul, and it's kind of implied that Agatha implies this is what happens, that after vanishing in the hex, Billy Maximoff's soul found Billy Kaplan's dead body and jumped into it. And I'm like, and this confused me, because, and I might not have gotten this just when I watched WandaVision. I think I've only watched it maybe once, maybe twice, I don't remember. But I'm like, wait, I thought they were illusions. I thought they were fake. Until I just happened to recently pick up a book that helped me out with that. If I can lift this chonker. The Marvel Cinematic Universe official timeline. I bought this because I wanted to check it out and see what all it had to say on things. And on page... Oh... Where you at? Okay. On page 239, this is when it discusses the events of WandaVision. Fall 2023, the birth of Tommy and Billy. Wanda Maximoff rapidly cycles through sitcom eras, progressing into the color era with a 1970s-inspired Brady Bunch-like scenario. She also fast-forwards through a pregnancy, producing two twin boys she names Tommy and Billy. Like their father, Vision, they are real and tangible, not illusions. So she manifested real kids. But for whatever reason, when she let go of the hex, the spell, they had to go with it. But enough of them was real that they had souls. And one of them found its way into the deceased body of Bill Kaplan. And Tommy may have found his way into whatever Speed's real name is. Because Tommy is what Billy is looking for at the end of the Witch's Road. He can sense that Tommy's out there, he just can't find him. So that is why he went to Agatha Harkness to get onto the Witch's Road, to try and find his brother. I did like Joe Locke's acting in this show, particularly after he, got to the point where he was, lost and confused and had no idea what the hell was going on, kind of like some of us probably. We do get to see that he knew of or met all the other witches in the coven except for Rio, which she suspiciously didn't show up this episode, even when we get to see the events of the first episode of Agatha all along, but from Billy's perspective. Which, by the way, watching Agatha look fucking crazy, wearing a fucking, water hose nozzle as a gun, just seeing the real world version as opposed to what she was seeing in her head. I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting there laughing my butt off. I thought it was funny. So, shout out to Catherine Hahn for playing that straight. Anyway. So even though we got to see scenes where Rio should have been, she's conspicuously concealed. I don't know if that has any meaning on it, merit, or meaning. I don't know. But, she's not in this episode. We're not going to worry about her. One of the other surprises, or references rather, to come out of this, the return of Evan Peters as Ralph Boner. Sorry, Randall, as he's preferring to call himself now. I don't know whether to appreciate them for leaning into the meme and bringing him back, or to growl at them for making me remember that they, brought him back as Quicksilver, except he wasn't. It was a total fucking joke. I don't know how to feel about it. I just remember thinking to myself, I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me, this guy. But it didn't break the episode. Again, I enjoyed the episode both times that I watched it. So, Agatha and Billy are walking down the rest of the road together because Billy doesn't have full control over his powers. Jen and Lila are nowhere to be found. Rio is also nowhere to be found at the moment. So, presumably there was still a clairvoyant trial, which Lila would have needed to do. Which Lila was the one that put the hex on him, or the sigil. So, why did she do that? Did she see what was going to happen and then forgot all of it once she put the sigil on him? I don't know. I really want to know. Hopefully, we get some answers in the next couple episodes. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.